Hello, everybody. Hello, YouTube. Hello, art history enthusiasts and visual culture aficionados. It's me again, Miss M, and I'm back with yet another video. This time, I will not bore you with, my silly prattle about my life. Yeah, I'll just get right to it. Today, it is once again time to shine. I know. It's been what? It says here 9 days ago for the last one, part 12. Today we're doing part 13 of Understanding the Shining. I don't even know what I'm gonna do as the what is it called? The subtitle. I don't know. Um, uh, 9 days ago I did part 12. I wanted to do a whole bunch of videos. In the last 9 days, but oh, good heavens, no, I simply couldn't find the time. And here I am. We're going to do Understanding the Shining, part 13. Last time it was part 12, What's for Breakfast. This time we're going to continue with the breakfast, and we're going to get into it, as they say. We're going to get into it as far as what happens at breakfast. I've got Script Slug here. Right, I don't think I have it queued up though. Hold on. Let's see. Da 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 da. No. Oh yeah, no, like way down here. We're gonna queue this up. I have been busy as hell for the past 9 days. I don't know how this happened. I expected to have plenty of time to make videos, late. Yeah, I make mine late at night. Right now I'm recording this. Oh, it's after midnight. Trust and believe. It's after midnight. And I still have trouble finding time because after midnight or after, the day is over, the daytime hours are over. I need to make dinner. I need to take a little breather and then get right into it for some other stuff. Oh, there we are. That's where we left off. And I still didn't have time. And when I'm done with this tonight, I might be working on some other shit too for work, life, whatever. We shall see. And we left off here in the script. What time is it? It's about 11:30. If you remember last time when that came up, I said, are they referring to, is there an off chance? I know it sounds insane. But is there an off chance that they're referring to Jesus's 5 stigmata marks? 11:30, 3 plus 1 plus 1 equals 5. I could be 100% totally, utterly, and completely wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. So I'm not really worried about being. If I was worried about being wrong, oh, I wouldn't do none of this. No. But here we go. I want to just show you a couple things before we get started. Please don't forget to check out my shorts. I've been uploading artwork, pictures of our Stanley, and I'm not calling him our David yet, but I will shortly. I think we've adopted him, David Lynch, Eraserhead. This is my latest one. 30s. It's only been there for about half an hour. Like I said, after midnight, I have these scheduled to drop after midnight. Yep. Yeah, it's getting good views. So there's a lot of David Lynch fans out there. There's a lot of Stanley Kubrick fans out there. There's a lot of Salvador Dali fans out there. Who knew? Still working on the Dali video. Also, don't forget, y'all. Don't forget to check out my community tab. This is the latest one. Painting of the day, Hidden Gold. And sometimes I pick a theme, sometimes I don't. Also, art history playlist. Check this out. We're on track 18 now. Peeping Tom, We're Not Alone. This recording of this song, it's a live performance. It is absolutely transcendent. It's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And again, for this video, we're using Script Slug. I've queued it up to where we left off. Okay, so let me just get right into it. I'll do church announcements at the end of the video. If you've been with me for a while, you already know. Don't forget to do all this stuff. Here we go with this here. So this is where we left off. Okay, she's giving him his breakfast, and she's wearing this blue and white robe, and there he is lying down very awkwardly, might I add. I've been, when I did have more time, haven't had time in the last week or so to like scrutinize the movie like frame by frame, but something what do they say? What's the saying? Something in the buttermilk ain't clean. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I just don't know. Interesting that this is being done in a mirror of a reflection of Jack lying in bed. Okay, so we zoom out, we're zooming in. He's kind of propping himself up on his elbow. Okay, I don't know if this is going to be a very good video. I've been zonked lately, so just bear with me, you guys. There he is looking at himself in the mirror with that face of his. Good Lord, they don't make him like that every day. Let's just put it that way. Sticking his tongue out. Is he mocking himself? Is he making fun of himself? I don't know what I'm looking at. These facial expressions are weird. He's wearing the green t-shirt to bed. Okay, we don't know what he's wearing, if he's wearing pajama bottoms or anything. I don't know. Stovington, he's got the eagle. I think this is an eagle on his t-shirt, right? I haven't had the chance to look up what Stovington might mean. I have no idea, but he's making these odd faces in the mirror. What is going on? What in the world is going on? Now she's taking him his plate of food. We see her fanny. Okay, then she's getting closer. All right, and there he is. I've been kind of working on my own little like batshit theory about this, right? This is very suspicious to me. This whole movie is suspicious. This scene, though, I'm going through my slides. Yeah. Yeah, look at that face. All in reflection, all in the mirror. All in the mirror. I'm trying to sound like I'm from Massachusetts. Oh, in the mirror. Yeah, there. Okay, we saw her fanny again. Okay, and then, well, how many fanny shots are there? My goodness. There he is again. He's got his plate of food. I think he just drank his Tang. Okay, now I did say something about his T-shirt. Let me get a better look at the T-shirt. There's an eagle on the T-shirt. And later, let me see if to confirm. Are we gonna see it later in this slide? Yeah. In this slide presentation, we are gonna see his typewriter. So he's got an eagle on his T-shirt, and he's got an eagle on his typewriter. Two eagles that are connected to Jack visually. And then we have Ullman's office, right? There's two eagles in there too. Oh, y'all. And this headboard is interesting, of the bed. Obviously, it's an older piece of furniture, and this on top on the wood. I don't know what this is called. Making this kind of picture on the wood, or this indentation, this etching or whatever. This looks like a Grecian urn to me, but I could be wrong. Or it looks like an urn in general. Is it like an urn? Is it supposed to be reminiscent of an urn used to hold ashes? I don't know. Or is it just supposed to sort of remind us of ancient Greece? Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me, because I do not know. I do not know. Okay. But yeah. Anyway, let's get back to this. So two eagles connected to Jack, two eagles connected to Ullman. Does that mean they're working for the same people? Whoever those people are in Denver, remember those from the interview that Ullman said, our people in Denver highly recommended you, and for once I agree with them. Oh, like that's such a loaded statement, isn't it? Isn't it? Our people in Denver, I'm not going to look at the script, but he said, our people in Denver highly recommended you, and for once I agree with them. That's what Ullman said, who are there people in Denver? I've seen a lot of you all have like some interesting ideas about that, who those people might be. I don't have any clue. I mean, I have like conspiracy theory ideas, but then again, those things, I've become weary, or not weary, wary, sorry, W-A-R-Y, wary of conspiracy theories, and like sometimes I think they're there just to confuse people and lead them down the wrong path. Like, just because somebody's a conspiracy theorist doesn't mean that they're there for a good reason. You know what I mean? This might be just sacrilege to say that in the Shining community. Like, just because somebody is putting out this, that, or the other theory, some of them might be right. I don't know, and that's the worst part. There's no way to tell. There's no way to check some of this information. People just like make claims and no evidence to back them up whatsoever. And they sound great. They sound like, they might be a great explanation for like a bunch of stuff, but there's no way to check on it. And that's that makes me so mad. That's why I sort of don't put my absolute trust in any given conspiracy theory. They are so much fun. I love them, but I do take them with a grain of salt. Now, who are there people in Denver? Some of you have some ideas. Not bad. Your ideas are not bad. I don't know what to think at this point, personally. Personally, that's just me. Okay, but to me, the double eagle thing, 2 in Ullman's office, and now 2 associated with Jack, his shirt, his t-shirt, and the typewriter. Yeah, they're working for the same people, whoever it is in Denver. So maybe Jack is like this, maybe he's not just this evil person that we've been led to believe. Maybe there's like something else going on. Maybe, he's not abusive or whatever, and maybe he's not even an alcoholic. But something is up with him. There are so many unspoken things in this movie that, like, they just make little hints about them. Just like the Our People in Denver thing. Like, what the hell is that? They don't explain that shit. They don't say who their people in Denver are. Nope. They just leave it at that. Stanley leaves it at that. Stanley and his co-writer, Diane Johnson. Who are their people in Denver? Who? Oh my goodness. Anyway, here he is eating his breakfast. And they're talking. They're having their little conversation. Okay, he's dipping his bacon in the egg yolk. Again, one of you, can't remember who, because again, I haven't had time to like really study the comments lately. Somebody had some interesting things to say about the bacon being dipped in the egg yolk, which I'll give you this. Yeah, it's odd. To me, I don't know why. I've never dipped bacon in egg yolk ever in my life. But that's just me. I don't even like eggs sunny side up. I like them scrambled. Or an omelet. That's nice too. But, interesting. Like, he's just eating up this... no fork, no knife, no utensils, nothing. And like that bread on the tray, like I said, it looks like sandwiches or maybe just toast. And looks like there's jam with it. Oh, look at these facial expressions. I'll get to those in a second. Like, where's the toast? Please don't tell me, Jack, that you eat first your bacon and eggs and then you have your toast. No. I know it takes all kinds of people to make a world, but listen. Look at these facial expressions. I'll go through this set right now. Okay, so he's dipping the bacon. Okay, he's about to take a bite. And he's given her these like kind of, I don't know what to call them. Are they condescending? Are they sarcastic facial expressions? Like this here. Good heavens. Like, she's asking him about, I think this is the part where, and I can check the script if you want, like, you can answer me. I'll check the script. This is the part where she asks him, like, Oh, can he take her? Let me just go ahead and check this script. I've got it all queued up. Why not? Okay, what time is it? It's about 11:30. 11:30. Jesus. Okay. Wendy, I guess we've been staying up too late. Jack, I know it. Jack sticks his tongue out. Wendy picks up plate and glass of orange juice. Okay. Wendy, I made 'em just the way you like 'em. Sunny side up. Okay. Just the way you like 'em. So, like, God damn it, Wendy. Why would you ever make them the way he doesn't like them? Like, what kind of bullshit is that? Why, if somebody said, yeah, it's not like they've got like 12 kids or something and everybody wants something different. It's like, no, she's cooking for Jack and for Danny. Like, is making, maybe I'm reading too much into it. I don't know. But like, is making them any way other than the way he likes them, like, even a thing? Y'all tell me. I would, if I know how somebody likes something and I cook for that person, I would make them that way every time. I wouldn't say, okay, today I'm going to make them the way you don't like them. So, and you're going to eat them and you're going to shut up. No. Anyway, he answers her, nice, all right. Wendy walks forward to Jack and puts plate down. She hands him a glass of orange juice. They call it orange juice. The lies. It's Tang, goddammit. She hands him a glass of orange juice and he drinks it. Okay. Now Wendy says, it's really pretty outside. How about taking me for a walk after you finish your breakfast? And Jack says, oh, I suppose I ought to do some writing first. Okay. He puts empty glass down, picks up plate of eggs and bacon. Wendy says, any ideas yet? And Jack says, lots of ideas, no good ones. Okay. I'm doing this for a reason. All right. I'm now with every video I'm bringing up this script. We probably missed a lot with the dialogue. Us. Whoever's watching this, whoever's into this movie, if you're watching this and you're riding with me through this crazy, like, 3-minute segment analysis journey that I'm doing, like, there's probably plenty of verbal things that just flew right over each and every one of our heads, even at least somewhat. Like, what the hell is this? Lots of ideas, no good ones. Is this some kind of clue? And bear in mind, this is the first time we see the two of them interact, like, with each other, with nobody else around, since the car ride. All right? And this is the first time that we see them after they've been in the hotel for a month. It says, it's the title card, it says a month later. Okay, so after a month of being there, he still doesn't really, he hasn't really gotten much done as far as his writing, based on what we're seeing and hearing. Okay. They've been staying up late doing what? Like, what is there to do? Please don't tell me they've been, like, messing around in that maze. Come on now. Okay, so he ought to try to do some writing and she asks him any ideas yet after a month of being there, and he's supposed to be a writer and shit. Really? No ideas for a whole month. All right. And then Jack says lots of ideas, no good ones. I just don't know what to think. Is this fool really a writer? Is there something else going on? Is he really there just to make sure that the hotel doesn't freeze over? Is he doing something else? Is he cooking up meth in the basement? Like, God knows. What? I don't even know if meth was like a thing back in the late 70s. I don't know. Or like, I have no idea, like, what's going on in this freaking movie. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing these videos. What is Jack really doing at this hotel? He's not doing any freaking work. Like, there's nothing to do. Like, okay, turn the heater on, turn the heater off. Make sure the pipes don't freeze over. Like, like the people who live in cold places, like, they know what to do about that kind of thing. I think you're supposed to let the faucet, like, drip a little bit and open up the cabinet underneath to make sure it don't explode. Like, okay, cool. Like, what else? Is that it? They're not doing any cleaning. I don't see her ever cleaning anything. All they do is eat and, like, stay up late and not work. And watch televisions that are not plugged in. Okay. Alright. I don't know if the internet could have helped these people back then. Like, I don't know. Like smartphones, social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. I don't know. Anyway, and then Wendy says, well, something will come. It's just a matter of settling back into the habit of writing every day. Okay, so she's basically calling him a lazy asshole. She's saying, it's just a matter of, like, get to work. You son of a bitch, get to work. That's what you need to do. And it's... This is my interpretation of this dialogue. You're going to have to excuse me. I'm having a little too much fun. And then Jack looks at her. Let me find the picture. This is it. This is the picture. And he says, yeah, that's all it is. Like that. This is that, like, dripping with sarcasm thing. And, like, she says, it's just a matter. What does she say? It's just a matter of settling back into the habit of writing every day. And Jack says, yeah, that's all it is. Like, that with this statement, Jack is like, yeah, you have no idea what you're talking about. But I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to, like, tell you how ignorant you are. And I don't think she's just ignorant about the writing or the lack of writing or the, no good ideas or whatever, or I think she's ignorant about a lot of stuff. I don't think she really knows, like, who she married. I mean, again, she might very well be crazy as a loon, but I think she doesn't really know who Jack is as a person. Like, how did these two even get together? They don't make sense. Visually, they don't make sense. They don't match. Couples usually kind of go together. These two do not. She's like, no, they just they don't look like they should be together. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense. But yeah, Jack says to her, kind of sarcastic, but still being polite, yeah, that's all it is. And they're having this ridiculous conversation. They're having this conversation that's filled with, like, very awkward things. And they're talking to each other like they just freaking met. Okay, they don't talk to each other like a married couple who's been together for at least 5 years, like the little boy is 5 years old. Maybe longer. I don't know. Like, how did they even get together? How did they even make the decision to get married to each other? They seem so incompatible. I don't know. Anyway, she says, well, something will come. It's just a matter of settling back into the habit of writing every day. And Jack says, yeah, that's all it is. And Wendy says, it's really nice up here, isn't it? Again, this is like first date kind of conversation. This is getting to know you conversation. And Jack says, I love it. I really do. I've never been this happy or comfortable anywhere. It's really nice up here, isn't it? It took her a month to say it's really nice up here. Like, after a month, like, okay. This is the kind of conversation that people have either when they're first getting to know each other, or they haven't seen each other for a long time, and or they're not really all that fond of each other. This is small talk. This is kind of literally talking about the weather. It's really nice up here. Really, Wendy. Really. It's really nice up here, isn't it? And Jack loves it. He's never been this happy or comfortable anywhere. Really? In the middle of nowhere, isolated? Like, Stanley was ahead of his time. Like he fucking predicted like the COVID lockdowns, didn't he? Hmm. And I think like the existence of the internet and social media is like one of the only reasons that people didn't go completely slap up the wall batshit crazy. That's my theory. Wendy. Yeah, it's amazing how fast you get used to such a big place. I tell you, when we first came up here, I thought it was kind of scary. Okay, listen. Again, this is like getting to know you small talk kind of stuff. Like, it took her a month to tell him that she thought it was kind of scary. And again, when you take this statement that she's making here, coupled with Danny's alleged visions of the blood elevator and those creepy little girls, and what else does he see? I can't think right now. But you know what I mean. His visions that Tony shows him. Like, okay, she thought it was kind of scary. Obviously, Danny thinks it's kind of scary. Jack's just like happy as hell. It's amazing how fast you get used to such a big place. Okay, I tell you, I tell you, and it's not just like looking at this dialogue, reading it like this doesn't do it justice, because of the way Shelley Duvall and Jack Nicholson do this scene. Like, people have analyzed and marveled, and rightly so, over the scene between Jack and Lloyd the bartender. Like, allegedly, apparently, and I know somebody, I've met somebody who was friends with Joe Turkel. And I think I've said this in prior videos. Apparently, Joe Turkel, really, really sweet, wonderful man, nice man. This guy that I met, he's also met people like Jerry Cantrell and Gene Simmons, both very, very nice people, according to him. So I live in Los Angeles, so you meet people. I'm not going to say who, but I do know an Oscar winner, so I'll just keep that to myself. Not an actor, but somebody like behind the scenes kind of Oscar person. And this guy that I was talking to, he said, when you're looking at celebrities, the ones that seem nice on camera are actually the real assholes, and the ones that seem kind of like a diva or difficult people, like Gene Simmons, they're actually the really nice ones. And I can totally believe that. Anyway, when we first came up here, I thought it was kind of scary. Okay. Like, this doesn't do it justice. Shelley Duvall and Jack Nicholson, nobody talks about how long they rehearsed this. They talk about like, Lloyd, the bartender, and that scene. Oh, that not the scene with like the room full of people in the gold room. No, it's just the two of them in the empty gold room. That took 6 weeks to rehearse, which I can see. Like they probably wanted to get that Stanley, our Stanley, which I call him now. He wanted to get that just right, like Goldilocks. But nobody talks about this scene. This is also a scene that, if the lines are delivered poorly, or like, if either one of these actors, Jack Nicholson, Shelley Duvall, if like they stutter, so to speak, I don't mean literally, but I think you know what I mean. Like, it just makes the whole thing fall apart. They're doing this so masterfully. They did this scene so masterfully, both of them. Like, they're trying to convey something about these two characters. They've been married for, from what we can tell, based on the evidence, at least 5 years, 4 or 5 years. Okay. And they're still talking to each other like they just met. And it's very awkward, and it's very stilted, and it's very just weird. There's no like sense of intimacy between these two people. They don't seem to really be that into each other. Like a married couple, you would expect there to be a maybe not like crazy passion, no, but like a certain level of comfort. Like just being used to each other and knowing each other's kind of rhythms, and being, people who have been together for a little while, they can like finish each other's sentences. Not these two. Oh no. No, 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 no. But anyway, so she thought it was kind of scary. Really, Wendy? Really? Okay, and Jack answers her. I fell in love with her right away. When I came up here from my interview, it was as though I had been here before. We we all have moments of déjà vu, but this was ridiculous. It was almost as though I knew what was going to be around every corner. And he makes that ghoulish noise. Ooh, I can't do it. Only Jack Nicholson can do it. Um, and that's the end of the scene, right? So let me show you these slides. Look, they're still talking. This ridiculous conversation they're having. And look at his face, like these are the faces that he's making in this scene. I'll go over them again. They're so good. Um Look at this. I'm going backwards, okay? I'm going backwards. Okay, so she's telling him how scary she thinks the place was, I guess. And he's looking at her. Oh, look at the eyebrows. Look at the eye. Okay, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Look at the oh, look at this. Look at this. No, which was the one where no, I was just there too. Okay, I'll find it again. That one where like he's looking down at his plate and it's the kind of look that you're not giving the person that you're talking to. This one. Look at this. This facial expression is dripping with sarcasm. He's like having an internal kind of I know people call it an internal monologue. I think it's an internal dialogue. He's probably saying to himself like is this chick for real? Like, ooh. This is why I do this. Like, oh my good. See? From one frame to another as he's chewing. Oh. Mm-mm. No, he's like he can't believe how stupid she is. I think. I think. But he still is making an effort to convey to her like how he feels and what he really thinks about the place. All right. And here she is. Oh, good Lord. Again, yes, this is how she looks. But like, if you Google this woman, if you Google her name, Shelley Duvall, and look at pictures of her when, like, from the 70s, early 80s, even up to the 90s, like, she was an attractive woman. Like this, they made her look dowdy for this movie. They made her hair look kind of weird. They made her face look very plain, very, very plain. The teeth are definitely meant to be seen. They didn't try to hide them. I don't know. Is this the part where she's talking about how she was scared when she first got there? Look at these facial expressions. These are when I was going through this through these screenshots, and I was looking at her, especially her facial expression. His face is kind of sarcastic. Her face just looks contrived. I'm getting the same kind of feeling from her face in this set of screenshots, and I'm going through them over and over again so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm getting the same feeling from this as I got from her the screenshots from her talk with the doctor woman. You see what I mean? Especially something like this. Like, look how quickly she, like, what is she trying to put forward here? I don't know. I really, really don't know. I'm trying to go back to see. Yeah, in this set, we see her Fanny when she's giving him the food. And then look at this first shot, like after this one. I don't know. What do you all think about that? This looks a little bit like menacing to me. Does she blink? Does she blink once? I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe, when I was doing the screenshots, like I missed the blinking, but looks like maybe I didn't. Like if you don't blink, doesn't, what do they say? If like 6 seconds straight you don't blink, either you're like, you want to go to bed with somebody or you want to kill him. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Here he is again. Now, we're not seeing him in the mirror. In these other ones, this is a mirror image. This is not. Okay? So there's the plate. This is an awkward way to eat. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Like, holding the plate in his hand like this. This is awkward. It could fall at any second, and there could be bacon grease and egg yolk all over the place. But you know what I just thought of looking at this? Like I said, this is an awkward way to eat. This would make me nervous, but that's just because I don't like cleaning things. This reminds me of like what do they say in ancient Rome? Like the Caesars and prominent people, and when they would have their celebrations and everything, they didn't eat sitting straight up. They would be reclining. So is this how they ate in ancient Rome? Is this how they did it? Like him here? Y'all let me know. That's what I just thought of looking at this. And again, here he is telling her how when he went for his interview, he felt like he had been here before and deja vu, and he thought he was gonna, he knew what he was gonna find around every corner of the hotel. There he is again with that face of his. My God. Nobody, I must say this, I think I've said it before, but I think it bears repeating. Nobody, but nobody could have played this role other than this man here, Jack Nicholson. No way in hell. I don't know who else. Like, I think I maybe read a thing where they were considering other actors, but no. Well, there's the woo 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 when he makes that noise. So this is the end of this scene, and she like kind of laughs, giggles as he says that. And then this is interesting to me too. He fades into everything. Like from one scene to another, there's always a fade in. So they're fading in from this woo 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 to, and he's laughing. So their relationship, their communication seems strained, but they still seem to be making some kind of an effort. At least it looks that way to me. Okay, so here we go into the Colorado Lounge. Now look at this typewriter. Take a good look at this freaking thing. There it is. There's the typewriter. There's the paper. Nothing written. There's the Adler, which, yes, the word Adler. I think it means eagle in German. And then there's the eagle on it. And then there's this here that's never explained. And I mean, how could they explain this? But it looks like some kind of sticker or whatever was here and it got ripped off, and they never bothered to kind of wipe that out with maybe some soap and water, or just scrape it off with one of those green things for washing dishes. Okay, that's what I would have done. I mean, if I'm going to rip off a sticker, then I'm going to get rid of it completely. But that's because I'm a little OCD. All right. Okay, here is the paper. Why isn't he starting at the top of the paper? Why is this thing at the middle? I don't know. There's that eraser pencil from back in the day. Like if you made a mistake while you were typing, you used one of these pencils to wipe it out or erase it, to rub it off of the paper, and then there's a little brush on the other end of it to brush away the little flakes from the paper. Okay, there's a pencil. I don't know what kind of pencil this is. There's an ashtray. There's a cigarette lit. There's a pencil. There's a glass with pencils in it. There's a pack of Marlboro Reds. Okay. We don't really see Jack smoking, but we know he is a smoker because we see these Marlboro Reds next to his typewriter. We also, what's interesting to me, in the interview scene when Jack is in the office with Ullman and Watson, and they have coffee, and then they cut away, and then they come back to the interview. The ashtray on Ullman's desk, it was empty when Jack walked in, and then we go to like Wendy and Danny, and then we come back to the interview in the office with Ullman, and there's like cigarettes in the ashtray. That means that Jack has been smoking. Maybe also Watson and Ullman have been smoking during the interview. And I mean, I know it was a different time. I know smoking was much more common than it is now. But like still, would you really just light up in front of your potential employer? I think etiquette dictated back then that you just wouldn't. That it's just not a good idea to smoke at a job interview. Never mind how common smoking is. You know what I mean? Which when I saw those cigarettes, the cigarette butts in the ashtray on Ullman's desk during the interview, I said, "Oh, these people are comfortable with each other. They're not. It's not like a tense, awkward kind of situation. That means, like, for whatever reason, Jack felt comfortable enough to have coffee and smoke cigarettes during this interview. I have never been to a job interview where I feel comfortable just kicking back and having some coffee with the person who's interviewing me. But that's just me in my life. Maybe, I haven't really lived. Y'all let me know about that. But anyway, so and take a good look at this typewriter. This is I think, I could be wrong about this, so like don't really hold me to this. I could prove myself wrong, like in the next video. I don't know. But I think this is the last time you're going to see it this color. This like off-white, or it's not white, but it's like a very, very, very light shade of gray. I have a mixer. I have a KitchenAid mixer that's this same color. And when I bought it, like the color, that color was called milkshake. Okay? This grayish, I don't know. I've never drank a gray milkshake, but whatever. I don't know how they come up with their ridiculous names for these colors. But this is like an off-white or like a very, very, very pale light gray. And this is, I think, the last time you're going to see this typewriter in this color. The next time you see it, or we see it, it's going to be like that dark gray charcoal, almost black, but not quite dark color. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm probably going to take a break pretty soon and come back. Now, we're zooming out. And if you remember in my last few videos, I talked about how I've been spending a lot of time concentrating on this here room that we're in right now, the Colorado Lounge. And I have found a clue that I don't know if I feel comfortable yet revealing to you, that basically lets me know for sure, 100% for sure, whether or not what we're seeing in the Colorado Lounge is actually really happening. And let me just drop it on you. Not necessarily the clue or the thing I found, but my conclusion as of right now, how I feel right now. That's why I'm kind of hesitant to tell you what the clue is, because I don't know if I'm right, but I'm zooming out as Stanley is zooming out too. This couch is important. This couch and this coffee table and the end tables on either side of this couch are very important. They disappear. They're still here. They're in the wrong place. When we were doing the camera walk, when they were giving Jack and Wendy a tour of the hotel, this couch was turned around and backed up right up against Jack's, dang it, right up against this desk. So the back of this couch was right up here, right up against this desk, and the coffee table was in front of the couch, end tables, the whole thing. I'm pretty sure about the end tables. Now, As you can see, it's facing the wrong direction. That's not the direction it was facing on closing day of the hotel. And like I said, I found a clue that tells me whether or not what we're seeing in the Colorado Lounge is actually happening in the real world of this movie in the hotel. And my conclusion, as of right now, this what we're watching, him bouncing this tennis ball off of the wall, this is not really happening. Like hardly any throughout the movie, hardly any. Whenever we're in the Colorado Lounge, basically just about nothing that we see happen in this room really actually happens in the real world of the world of the movie. Yeah, no. Absolutely not. Because this never made sense to me. Why the hell would a grown-ass man, he's at least in his 30s, why the hell would a grown-up person do this? I'm going to show you this again. I'm pretty sure you're not going to pick up on what I found, and that's fine. I will reveal it to you eventually. I promise you that. I'm not going to be I'm not just teasing and saying shit that isn't really going on. No. I have found something that confirms to me, for me, in my mind, 100% whether or not what we're seeing in the Colorado Lounge is actually really happening in the world of the movie. This is not happening. He's not being this disrespectful and this reckless. Like I said, he's been hired to take care of the hotel, not to wreck it. Who in their right mind would do this? What grown-up person? A child? Absolutely yes. A grown-up? Anybody at least, like, in their 20s and older? Like, no way. No way. No way in hell. And this scene doesn't make sense. Like Stanley I'm backing up now, so you're watching it in reverse. Stanley is showing this to us. Our Stanley is showing this to us for a reason, just like everything else in the movie. We're being shown this for a reason. Okay, nothing written on the paper. Blank paper. The typewriter. This is the first time we see Jack's typewriter. And this is the last time we see it in this color. It's going to change color. And like I said, the eagle. The eagle is on Jack's green t-shirt, and it's on his typewriter. And there's 2 eagles as well in Ullman's office. They're working for the same people. Whoever those people in Denver are, Jack and Ullman are very well acquainted. Both Jack and Ullman are very well acquainted with their people, whoever they are. Poof. He's not here to write. At least it doesn't seem that way. Whatever is going on, I know there's like a theory that's going around that like everything we're seeing in this movie is like different drafts of the novel that Jack is allegedly writing during his stay at the Overlook. I don't know. I'm telling you, I think I found the key, at least to the Colorado Lounge, and I found that key as well in the Gold Room. And it's not like an actual real key. No, it's a thing that I think everybody who has watched this movie has missed. Every single person who's casually watched this movie, every single analyst who's been analyzing this movie ever since its release back in 1980 has missed this. And that's why I'm very careful about revealing it. I don't know, like, how people are going to react to that information or this discovery that I believe I've made. And I'm not scared or anything. I'm just hesitant. I want to make sure. At this point, I am absolutely sure about the Colorado Lounge and the Gold Room. And then no, it's not the couch. I just told you about the couch, so it's not the couch. It's something else. And I'm wondering, I'm kind of, in the comments, if you think you know what it is that I believe discovered, let me know. let me know. So, and I'm thinking, you guys, since I've got you on the line, you know, I'm thinking of doing possibly a giveaway. I got some Shining related like items. I might want to do a giveaway. I tried doing a giveaway like when I first started this channel, like nobody gave a shit. So like I might try it again. Let me know in the comments if you might be interested in that. They're not very big things, but they're absolutely adorable. Shining related things, like not memorabilia, but little, things that make you think of the movie quite strongly. So let me know about that. You guys, I'm going to take a little coffee break. I'll be right back. Don't worry, you won't hear me slurping. Um, mm. So, yeah, and I've been going over the Colorado Lounge with a fine-tooth comb, and I think I found it. And again, Jack's color, green. His color was green during the interview. I think it was green on the closing day of the hotel. I'll have to check again. I'm not sure. And it's green. It's still green. We're going to see him in green. Are we going to see him in green again? Yeah, we're going to... No, wait a minute. No. Not in this one. Maybe in part 14. But we're going to see him in green again. And then we're not going to see him in green anymore. Which is very suspicious, as Bailey Sarian would say. Again, he's wearing blue here. Blue jeans, blue shirt, and then this sweater that's not green, but it's this brown or taupe color. And I keep telling you, blue is Wendy's color. And these yellow shoes, like these, I don't know what they are, like Timberland kind of boots. That's her color for shoes. What's going on? You guys, it's not making a whole hell of a lot of sense. Why is he wearing Wendy's color and then a brown on top of Wendy's color? I don't know. And yes, as you can see, the ball is yellow. I will be right back in a minute. Don't go nowhere. And I'm back. Okay, so this is where we left off in the Colorado Lounge with Jack acting a fool. With this ball, I'm telling you, this is suspicious. But I want to go back to this couch for a second. I think that what we're seeing now, here, him bouncing the ball off of the wall in the Colorado Lounge, I don't think it's really happening. But the presence of the couch, eventually this couch completely disappears, never to return. And that's shortly after this scene. I think the scene where Wendy walks in and it's nighttime and he's typing and he's very mean to her. I think that the couch totally disappears by then, which is not very long after this scene that we're looking at here. Anyway, Jack acting a fool. Acting like a overgrown child. I don't think this is really happening, and I have my reasons for believing this. I think I found the key to discerning reality from not reality, at least in the world of this movie, at least in this building that doesn't make any sense whatsoever in the first place, but I'll have to think about that some other time. So this fades, we go from this and we fade into an external shot of the hotel. Okay, and here's Wendy and Danny outside of the hotel. By the way, if you ever wonder where the windows of the Torrance apartment is in the hotel, it's this one. Right above this lamp here, that's their bathroom window, this small window. Okay. Look it. This is the window that Danny slides from on the snow that accumulates on up against the building. Okay. Now, those windows, those other windows in the apartment Torrance's apartment in the hotel, all the other windows are basically impossible, just like Ullman's window um, in his office. Okay, and I think they're all powered by radiators, but there they are. And here's Wendy, dressed in her colors, her yellow shoes, blue jeans, I think blue. She's wearing something blue on top underneath the jacket. The jacket is red. Her gloves are red. Oh boy. And Danny's gloves are red too. And they're on their way to go play in the maze. All right. Now look at this. Again, this matches nothing that we've seen as far as the external of the hotel. This is, I keep trying to rationalize this. I keep trying to make this make sense. It doesn't. It doesn't. When you compare to the overhead shot of the hotel in the beginning of the movie, just no. Is this the backside of the hotel? Okay, if so, then this maze still doesn't make sense. Because behind the hotel, the shot of the hotel from the aerial shot, it doesn't make sense because behind the hotel, everything slopes upwards towards the mountain. This is nice and flat. Okay, and pay attention to this. They're running towards the maze. Okay, towards the entrance of the maze. Look. Look at this. Okay, look at specifically this. This behind them. This niche in the maze wall behind them. There's a bench there. Okay, I'm going to keep going. And then there's this little thing, like this little shack here as they approach the entrance to the maze. Okay, with this bench in front of it. And then they get closer to the entrance and closer and closer. And they're entering the maze. And here is this thing, this sign that says the Overlook Maze. And then there's, I guess, these news clippings or whatever information on either side of it. And underneath here, I can't see this small print. I think like that doesn't matter. But these words on top of the small print at the bottom, I think it says mazes and labyrinths. Labyrinths specifically have mythological significance. Now, I showed you all of this. Let me show you again. Let me run through those again. Okay, so yeah, Jack is acting a fool. They fade into Wendy and Danny running from the hotel towards the maze. And yes, the trash cans have American flags on them. This is their window, their bathroom window, which makes me wonder about these other windows on either side of it. But never mind. Okay. They're running towards the maze. Okay. This might, these impossible windows and things, this might mean that, like, whatever's going on in this movie couldn't possibly happen in the real world. That this is some sort of mythology, or we're being told a story that can be likened to mythology because, you know, just like this movie and the stuff that doesn't make sense, same thing in mythology or religious stories or folklore. Those stories don't make sense either. Especially since, again, I'll run through this again, right? Look. This behind them right here. Keep a good eye on that. Remember that. Okay, they're going towards the entrance. They get there. They run in. Okay, and here is this thing. This is in the wrong place. It's been moved. All right, I told you Stanley moves shit around a lot. Look where it's supposed to be. And yes, this is from my video, part 8. Let me make it a little bit larger for you. This is The Shining Analysis Series playlist. Check it out. Yeah, save all of them to your watch later list so you can take a good look at everything. So where that bench is, let me go back. Let me show you. Okay. Here. Okay, so this thing, which is here now, it's supposed to be here. It was here when Ullman was giving them a tour. of the hotel. Okay? So I brought this up specifically to show you. Oh boy. Okay. What is Stanley doing? What in the world is Stanley doing? Why is he messing with us like this? And again, compare. It's not a different one. It's the same one. It's just been moved and it has these spikes on it. Let's see. This one, we can't really see the spikes. Can we? No. No, but we can see that it's been moved. Okay, again, why? Why has it been moved? Does this make any sense? No, it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense at all. Why does he keep moving things? And again, please don't tell me that it's just because. It's not just because. Come on. Come on. After what I discovered in the Colorado Lounge, there is no just because in this movie. Anyway, here they are. They've entered the maze. They're walking. Again, Wendy is wearing her colors. Once again, even down to the shoes. All right, yellow shoes is her thing. Not Jack's thing, her thing. And like I said, Jack, the way he's dressed when he's bouncing this ball off the wall, he's dressed very similarly to Wendy, even the color of his shoes, except for this sweater on top. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. But here we go. Right? Danny's wearing browns, but he's wearing red gloves. Again, red is important in this movie. It's the color of blood. Wendy is carrying, I think, a Polaroid camera with her, and Danny is carrying that ray gun thing that he had with him during the lunch scene when he was eating the peanut butter and jelly sandwich with Wendy back in Boulder in their apartment there. Okay, they're running. Well, not running, and then I think, yeah, they are running, and then Wendy gets tired and she says, no, let's walk. And he's got his, I guess, ray gun, whatever. That's what they called it in the thing that I showed you in that video. And this maze is ugly as hell. It's just pure green. There's nothing beautiful about it. There's no flowers. There's no statues. There's no nothing. This is just... It looks like it was designed in order to get people to lose their minds. And they're walking through it. Walking. Okay. And it all looks the same. I guess the point of this scene is to show you how easy it is to get lost in here. And I think the point, in addition to these being Wendy's colors, blue and red and the yellow shoes, she's wearing red because if she was wearing any other color, she would just she would get lost. She wouldn't photograph well, and you wouldn't be able to see her moving through this maze if she was wearing any color other than the one she's wearing. And she's even wearing it around her neck. Look at this. Look at this. And the fact that Danny allegedly gets choked later on in the movie, and she's wearing... Why is she wearing... What is the point? What is the point of this, like, bandana around her neck? It's not for warmth. This is purely a fashion statement. Like, and for who? Like, who's going to see her other than her husband and her son at this hotel? It's not making any sense to me. Anyway, this is the last of my screenshots. Okay, this is it. This is the last one. This is where I'm gonna, I have no choice but to end it here because this is where the 3 minutes ends. So this is minutes 36 through 39 of my copy. This is Understanding the Shining Part 13. And before I finish this, I want to draw your attention again to the script. This is the part where they're in the maze. Okay, so Jack is throwing the ball against the wall. Okay. And then the external hotel maze day. Okay, Wendy running after Danny from a hotel to maze. Camera pans left to right and tracks with them to the entrance of the maze. Wendy says, "The loser has to keep America clean. How's that?" Danny says, "All right." Wendy says, "And you're gonna lose. And I'm gonna get you. You better run fast. Look out, I'm coming in close." All right, this it might very well be foreshadowing for what we see later in the movie with Jack and Danny in the maze. Okay, but she said, "You better run fast." Yeah, Danny better run fast when his father is chasing him with the axe in the maze later on in the movie. But I think there's something else going on. I can't quite put my finger on it, but okay. And then Danny says, "You'll have to keep America clean." Do any of you remember this line from the movie? Because I don't. This is not a line that Danny says that sticks out to me. And Wendy says, "And you're gonna lose, and I'm gonna get you. You better run fast. Look out, I'm coming in close. All right?" Question mark. And that's what she says. The loser has to keep America clean. How's that? And he says, "All right." And then he says to her, "You'll have to keep America clean." Okay. All right. And then, they're running. And then Wendy, I guess she gets tired of running. And she says, "Okay, Danny, you win." She not calling him Doc either. She's calling him Danny. "Okay, Danny, you win. Let's take the rest of this walking, huh?" And Danny says, "Okay, oh." And Wendy says, "Give me your hand." I guess there's a good reason to hold his hand here, because if she doesn't, he'll get away from her, and then she'll have to find him in the maze. Oh boy. "Wendy, give me your hand." "Oh, isn't it beautiful?" "No, it's not beautiful. It's just like an enormous hedge. An enormous green, monochromatic hedge. There's nothing beautiful about it. Like I said, no flowers, no statues. Like, they could have done something. But no, it's just unattractive as hell. And then Danny says, "Yeah." And Wendy and Danny backs to the camera, walking away through the maze. Camera tracks forward after them. And then Wendy says, "Here's a dead end." Okay. And now, this is it. Like, this is the end of our slides here, our screenshots, and this is the end. Oh, here's a dead end. Oh, for goodness. So yeah, there's a lot of foreshadowing going on here. This is weird. This is weird. This whole 3-minute segment is very weird. We go from this weird breakfast to this weird scene with the typewriter. This is the only time we're going to see it this color in the Colorado Lounge. However, the couch and this coffee table and this end table combo are still there, and the rug underneath it, might I add. Okay, so there's that. Like I said, this is the Colorado Lounge. Don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. And Danny was riding his tricycle down this right side of the Colorado Lounge, and then into this hallway over here, and then around the corner and into like that green hallway with the double doors on each side of this wall. Again, why? Easy access, whatever, I don't know. This don't make no sense. The chandelier is lit in the Colorado Lounge. I think this is the last time. I'm not sure, don't quote me, but I think this is the last time we're both gonna see this couch, even though it's facing the wrong direction. The coffee table, couch, end table, and rug combination here. And this is the last time we see these chandeliers lit in this room. Okay, and the last time we see the typewriter in this exact color. What the hell is going on? I'm telling you, I've discovered how to tell whether or not what we're looking at in this room is actually happening in the world of the movie. Please just, take my word for it for now. For now, And again, this part of the maze, where's the thing? Yeah, it's supposed to be here, right? This freaking thing is supposed to be right here. It is not. They moved it. And they didn't tell us why. Okay? So, Stanley, our Stanley, he didn't tell us why. He's just leaving us here to wonder about it. Years and years and years later. So I think that's it for now. Okay, you guys? I've given it my all, in spite of, again, not having a whole lot of time lately to do videos or to like really kind of like have time to think about this stuff or work on this stuff. The second I had a little bit of time, I did this, so you guys can't wait to see what you write in the comments, what you guys think is going on, your assessment, your understanding of my Understanding the Shining series. Let me know what you think. I am anxious to hear it, to see this from your perspective. If you can offer it, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I am curious. I do want to know. So I'm thinking maybe I'll use this typewriter for my thumbnail, but I'm not sure. Let me see. This looks like it might be good, or maybe this. I don't know, because as he zooms away, zooms out from the typewriter, he not only zooms out from the typewriter, he also pans upward towards this part of the room and Jack throwing the yellow tennis ball. So, you guys, make of that what you will. Yeah, I think the typewriter is going to be my thumbnail for this. So, let me know. Let me know in the comments what you think. I am very curious to hear your thoughts. Like I said, they moved this thing away from here and replaced it with one of these benches. Okay. All right. And as I said, don't forget to check out my shorts that I've been putting up, because I've been enjoying that lately. And the community tab. Okay, 1 hour ago. Oh, already 2 likes. That's not bad. And you guys, I didn't do church announcements in the beginning. I've saved them for last. So all of you, returning viewers, thank you for returning. New viewers, thank you for being new. Subscribers, thank you for subscribing. All 380 of you. I appreciate it so very, very much. And before this video ends, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Liking helps me. It's supposed to push me out into the algorithm, so that more people will see my stuff. So until the next time when I find yet another reason to talk at you, I will go ahead and bid you bye-bye. So, bye-bye, everybody.